Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 409 Wynooski Street here in Newburgh. We're located at the right side of the home. We may have two cleanouts to scope here. There's a cleanout over here at this is the front right corner of the house. There's kind of this little notch in the corner. That's the street out there. 4-inch ABS cleanout here. I have the bathroom sink running. That bathroom is right through this wall here on the right side of the house, and I also have a sink running over in the kitchen. There's a cleanout just outside the kitchen, same size, 4-inch pipe. But with the bathroom running, I still don't really hear water running through the line here, so I'm not exactly sure yet what all is serviced by each pipe. But anyway, we're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We have water running from both sinks. Here we go. It looks like it just transitioned there over to, just a second here, it looks like cast iron, maybe clay pipe. I haven't had a good enough look yet. And so this appears to be clay pipe that we're in right now, and it looks like it's transitioning here. No, it's still clay. Well, it looks like it transitions here over to, it looks like it's going to 6-inch PVC pipe. I can't really get a good look at this joint here it's transitioning to. It kind of drops off there. And here at 43 feet, we have reached the terminus for the line, or the main lateral. I'm going to locate this and let the line drain out here for a moment. Alright, I've turned all the water off, so it's still draining out at this point here, but I did locate the camera head successfully out in the, actually it's on the far side of the street, out on Wynooski. Start working my way back here. I've had the water turned off now for close to 5 minutes, so should be pretty much all out of the line. I do have some settling that's occurred here in the line. I'm gonna locate the transition here. This PVC portion of the pipe is very possibly the city's. Alright, so the belly ends right here at about 34, 35 feet out. You can kind of see the dip in the pipe there. When I was going through there, I was stopping periodically and kind of letting the water settle. And across this entire belly, for the most part, that water level is sitting right about halfway up the camera lens, which is right around a half of an inch of standing water. I don't really see a whole lot of debris collecting in this area here, which tells me that it's not affecting the flow in a significant way unless they've recently had it cleaned out. Generally, you're going to have debris collecting here, right at the belly and in the water, if it's causing a significant problem. Okay, just located right here at the beginning of the belly, and this is out in the street actually by a few feet at this point, which would make that the city's responsibility. Then we have a little bit of standing water back here. It's very minimal. It's nothing. This is nothing I'm even concerned about. The belly there from 30 to 35 feet, with a half inch of standing water, you can get debris collecting in those areas, especially if you're putting stuff like stuff that shouldn't go down the line: grease, paper towels, giant wads of toilet paper. Stuff that shouldn't go down the line in general tends to hang up in bellies. But based on how little debris I saw there, it doesn't look like it's been affecting the flow in a significant way. But you could certainly inform the city of that's out in the street. Now, located here at the transition point, this is about smack dab underneath the white picket fence at the front of the yard. Looks like we do have some roots here at 16 feet. Obviously, they're not affecting the flow at this time. I'm going to keep rolling back through here real quick to see if there are any others. I'm going to go turn the water on in the kitchen. This may be where it ties in right here. I turned the kitchen sink on here just a moment ago. There are no other fixtures in the house running currently, so may see some water come in here, we may not. Could be a rain drain connection or something like that as well. While we're waiting for that to catch up there, if it does come through there, I'm going to locate the spot where the roots are coming through. They're obviously not affecting the flow at this time. It's hard to say if they're going to continue to grow and block the line. Yeah, mark this. It's right at the front of the yard, a couple feet, maybe a foot or two before the white picket fence. It looks like we have some water moving through the line now. Come see if this is coming out of that tie-in. And it certainly is. So that right there is where the kitchen sink ties in. And we're going to scope that clean out from that spot here in just a minute. I would recommend correcting that joint. That root intrusion is only 1 foot 8 inches deep under the ground. It's very, very shallow, easy to get to, and just to ensure that the roots won't grow and block the line. Pipe leading back here to the clean out is showing some settling. Some of the joints they're offset by very, very minor amounts, maybe 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch. The amount of standing water that's creating and resistance is very minimal. I'm not concerned about that at all. So anyway, I'd get the roots corrected. You could inform the city of the belly, but the only thing from this line that would be on the homeowner's responsibility would be the root intrusions at the front of the yard there. I'm going to move over to the other clean out. This is over on the left side of the house, and again servicing the kitchen sink. All right, we're over here by the just outside the kitchen sink of the kitchen. Here's the 4-inch clean out. Well, so far throughout this entire line, there's been standing water and a lot of debris in the flow line. I'm just shoveling junk down the pipe. It looks like we may have some root intrusions. I'm seeing a bunch of danglies hanging down from pipe joints. But you can just see how thick this debris is here. I'm just pushing a lot of it, it seems. And some roots coming, it looks like we have roots coming through right here at this joint just ahead. You can see the root hairs poking out of the dirt there. Okay, I just located the camera head, and the line basically comes up the left side of the house and then hangs a right and goes across the entire front yard and ties onto the line we scoped previous to this one. Located over there, marked it with a white T. It's very shallow. You let the line drain out here for a couple minutes. It's hard to tell. It looks like we may have some roots coming through here. There's a lot of cobwebs and stuff up at the top of the pipe. They're kind of obscuring the view. We just did a toilet flush. I think it's a single bathroom home, and that flush is going down the other line. We're just kind of trying to figure out which part of the line's hooked up where. It's another spot here. You can see the root hairs poking out of that spot there, or we do have some roots coming through. I've got about 3 or 4 of these joints so far. It looks like a bunch of dirt's coming through the joint. It looks like, I think at the top of the pipe there, it's kind of hard to tell if that's old roots. It looks like there's a bunch of lines on the top of there. Roots that used to be there are still there. It's really hard to get any kind of depth on that. I'm doing markings every like 10 or 15 feet using white paint. It's running just in front of the house. At this point, pretty much every joint in the pipe here is showing some kind of shifting or offset like this. There's standing water throughout a good portion of it. It looks like we've got roots and dirt coming into the joints fairly frequently throughout this section as well. Looks like some roots in an offset here. And the amount of debris that my camera shoveled out of here is concerning on the way out. There was a ton of debris. A lot of it's moved on at this point. That's because my camera has gone through there. We've got offset and some roots here at 14 feet. And we have a whole bunch of roots here, this first 10 or 15 feet of the line. I'm going to recommend the entire section here be replaced all the way over to where it ties onto the other line. It's very shallow. It's about 1 foot to 2 feet deep throughout the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reel the camera out of the line. I recommend replacing the entire section here that services the kitchen sink from the clean out to where it ties in at 51 feet. There's also a root intrusion at 16 feet out on the other line that I recommend getting taken care of. That one's not blocking the line, but it's one of those that could grow and get larger. It may not. It's hard to predict, but it's only about 1.5 feet deep under the ground and easy to repair. I recommend a rescope after any repair work is done to ensure it was done properly.